Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to week 3 of the Roxy's Weekly Challenge Rehash. Now we're doing Roxy's Weekly Challenge for 2023 because I can't believe I let a whole year go past and I didn't manage to get any of it done. So I kind of figured I would do it this year, even though Rachel is doing a 2024 version. I thought I'd give it a go and revisit the 2023 with the idea that we do a rehash. So we do the make that Roxy made, and then we look to see what else we can do with it. So last week we did these pockets here, and we put a notebook over the one there, and just literally changed up the decoration of that a little bit. So this week we're going to be doing some envelopes, tall skinny envelopes with some tags in. So Rachel was using A4 paper, not book pages for this one. So I have got a couple of sheets that I've been working with at the moment. I think these are from Tracy Fox Digitals. I've got a funny feeling they are Tracy Fox Digitals. I'll try to find them, but since I've started working with them, I absolutely love them. They're my colour palette, they're my style, and so I use them for a lot of my projects now. They're the ones I used in last week's projects as well. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not worried about these bits down the middle because I'm going to change this up a little bit anyway. But Rachel literally started off by doing a envelope, and she's folding the paper because we're going to go tall and skinny, folding the paper up here like that, and then just enough that it just crosses over that fold, so it actually goes over the fold somewhat. Okay, and then she popped a little bit of a lip there, if you like, and then a slightly larger one, and then a slightly larger one on the other end. And then all you are doing is you're opening them up, and we are going to be cutting off the bits that we don't need. So that basically means each quarter on the ends, I say each quarter, that probably doesn't make sense, does it? But each of the end pieces, so you'll see where your folds are. You're going to take off your bottom two ends, and you're going to do exactly the same and take off the top two ends. I'm always a little bit careful with the top because that's going to be our flap that's going to be more noticeable. The light's not great again. It's because I'm only getting a chance to do anything in the evenings. And of course by then the light is not perfect. I'm folding this like this, the top piece. I'm not putting a fold all the way through. I just want to cut part of this off so that it's slightly angled like that. And I'm going to do the same with the bottom piece. I'm folding them over, I'm not creasing them, I'm just cutting off a bit of an angle. It makes the fold and the attachments a little bit easier. So that's what we've got there. We're going to be folding that over there, we're going to be folding that over there, that's going to fold up there like that, and that is going to fold down there like that, and that will be our envelope. If you're going to ink it, now is the time to ink it. How much have I got going over here? I've got a little bit. I'm having major problems with my art glitter glue at the moment, so I'm just going to use some glue stick. I should try and fix it, but So I'm going to glue that piece down there. Just see if I can, it's just... I'm going to glue that piece over there like that. That is going to be the top of our envelope, like that. And then the idea is, with Rachel, is that you add it to your page, or you pop it over your page as a flip over piece, like that. So that is probably what we're going to do with ours. Now, I've made this really tall because it's going to be going in a tall, skinny journal. But if you're using a standard size journal or a smaller journal, you just may want to kind of cut off the top bits before you start doing anything with it. So that there, just going to cut that because it's catching a little bit. And that is our envelope. To pop a tag in there, I'm literally going to simply... I've got 2 pieces of this card that I glued together just to make it a little bit thicker, but without it being too thick. It is a heavyweight paper. I think it's about 126 GSM, something like that. And we're going to take that down to there. Like that. Yeah, and I'll take a little bit off the bottom. And I will create just a tag corner on this. There. And there. So that will be our piece inside. And then, as I said, Rachel did it in such a way, I might even fold that over a little bit just to give it some more strength. And then, as I said, Rachel did it in such a way where you can have that in your journal as just an envelope. You can pop it into a pocket. You've got your tag on the inside there, and you're good to go, pretty much. So the next step for me, and Rachel did, as I said, suggest that could potentially be a piece that goes over your journal page like that. So I kind of thought, what else do I do to take this to the next step? And I had a couple of thoughts. My first thought was create another notebook, because you know me and my notebooks, that could flip over there. And that's a really simple concept. So potentially you're getting, let's have a look at how wide we can go. 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing this really quickly and not at all taking any care, because I just want to show you quickly the one idea. So just take that off there. Take that off there. You could even attach that to that if you wanted to, because we had extras. And I would attach that like that and have that as a notebook. So I'll sew this quickly just to show you what that looks like. I'm going to take a little bit more off the end and I'll be back with you. So I've just stitched the top of that. Oh, and I missed one. and I would literally just attach that to my page like so. Try and make it at the center as I can, and I'll let that dry. And I need to take a little bit more off there actually. So do that quickly. And that is not the way to do it if you want tidiness. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll come back to that one. But the other idea I had was, and I'll show you this in a slightly shorter version for those journals that are slightly smaller. So I am going to cut off a piece from my A4 paper there. I'm going to create the envelope just as I did with the first one. Like that. We're going to fold up this bottom piece here. You can score it, but there really isn't a need to. And I'm going to fold down this top piece here. And then I'm going to cut my ends off again. One there. So remember, just top and bottom, the two corner pieces. Okay. I'm going to do the same that I did on the first one and just round these bits so that they're the same. And same here. I'm not usually overly bothered about symmetrical stuff, but with envelope stuff I do think it looks a little bit better. Okay, so again we're going to pop this over here and we're going to glue this down. So one like that. One like that. And then we don't glue the top one down, but I am going to round the corners on the top here, just for this one. If I can. That doesn't even want to go in there. It's because of this way I've cut it. No, I'm not going to get any joy with that. Okay. So this one's a shorter one. And again, the idea is that we're going to have an envelope with a tag or journal card or whatever it is you want to put in that on the inside. And then on the outside, we're going to use it to flip over our journal page. I'll show you that way so you can see it better. But I did have an idea, and I thought, ooh, and I remembered something that Cori from Creating with Scraps had made. And Cori had created something for a gratitude journal that she had. And it was fabulous. It really was very cool. So that is what I'm going to try and recreate here. So the first thing I want to do is I need some paper that is going to be wide enough here. Yeah. So I'm using paper, and as I said, it's not a bad thickness, but for what I'm going to use it for now, I do want it a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to have my width the same width as my widest point on this flap, and the length is going to be exactly the same length as this piece here. So that is going to cut, if I can find a pen, that is going to be cut here, and that one there should be okay. So I'll cut this bottom bit off first. Now the reason I've done it double paper is because I'm going to glue it so that it's thicker. So we've got a thicker layer. So all I'm going to do is just quickly put a little bit of glue on that. Like that. And I'm hoping that should be roughly the same size as that, which it is, which is great. So what I'm going to do with this is, again, this is going to be our envelope, and it's going to go over our page like so, or like so. So that'll be the envelope on the one side. It'll go over our page like this. We'll be able to flip it open and still have access to that envelope there. But what I want to do on this side is I want to create a belly band. Now, probably cut that there a little bit too short. Let's see how much space we needed. Yeah, I've cut that too short there, but I want the belly band to be able to be the full length of my A4 sheet of paper that I'm using for my journals. But I've cut it too short here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark here. Look at that. That's me trying to be too clever. I forgot that I cut this one shorter than the first one we did. If I'd done the first one, we would have had enough length. So I'm going to glue this on here. Like that. And that will create a belly band for us, like this. But obviously I'm not happy with that as it is, because that just looks awful. So I'm going to have to disguise that a little bit. So instead of wasting that and starting again, I am going to disguise it. Try to disguise it. Yeah. So I'm going to see how far down that comes. So to about there. I'm going to pop this on here. You could, without gluing all of it on, turn that into a top tack, which would look quite cool on that belly band, having a top tack up there. So just pop something up like that. So just watch what you're gluing if you're going to do that. Okay, so that's the structure of the two of them. Now the idea is going to be to decorate them up a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stick to the same theme that I started last week, and I might even stick to that all the way through, because it'll it might even give me enough ephemera to create a journal from this rehash thing. So that is going to go on there like that. If you wanted to be really clever, you could have put one of the smaller lots on and had that as a separate belly band going in there. But I don't really want to do that with this. I'm just trying to kind of dress this up a little bit. So that's the one side. On the other side, I am going to look for something roughly the same colour. And I am going to create a belly band on that one. So I'm just going to so I glued this top and bottom. Like that. I don't think I'm going to put any of those on. I think I'm going to stamp that up a bit. And I think I'm going to still get access to our pocket there, but I think I'm going to pop a little pocket on the underside of this. That. Get my cutter, cut a little bit of that out and pop that on there like that as a pocket. So that'll go in there like that. And then we just dress that one up a little bit. What have we got on that side? We've got a whole thing with ladies going on this one. So I'm going to cut and I'm going to pop a little one of these on here. Now, the whole point when I'm doing this is I don't want my journals to be too bulky. So, you know, you could go on forever. You could put another pocket on the inside of that. You could do all sorts. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to put some stamping on that. And we're going to do the same on this one. So I want some decoration on the front. And I'd like some of the bigger ones if I've got any left. Don't think there's any in there. Okay. That's the wrong colour. That's more the colour. Oh, I've got some more there. Okay. Okay, so I am going to glue this one here onto this first of all. And I'm just going to let that set for a moment, and I'll be back. So, sorry, we're just on the decorating part. Okay, so I'm going to use, I think, some of these stamps again. This one we didn't glue on, but I'm going to glue that now, and I'm going to glue it across this top here, down this side, partially down that side, and I'm going to pop that on there like that. And so that is going to be a text spot, top text spot for us, and then we'll just put some decorating on here. So let's have a look. I have used some of these. I don't know, have I used some of those, or was it those? Anyway, so I'm gonna pop a date on some of these. And then once we've decorated them, we can run back through what they're supposed to do. The stamps are amazing. I do really like them. And then we'll go for this one here. What else have we got? We've got a signature here, so I might go for that one. And then see what else we've got. Well, that's what I wanted. And then I want that one there. And you can carry on and go on forever and ever and ever. I'm going to stop right there, and then I'll run through these two with you. So we've got two of the envelopes that Roxy created. So they'll both flip up and you can access them there. So one there and one there. And we've got a tag in this one. But we've also created them so they'll go over the page and add something extra. So this one here goes over the page like this. And that's our envelope, the front of our envelope. And on the back, oh, no, it's not. It's the back. So that is the front of our envelope. We've created that in such a way that it creates a text box in here. Not too big. And I don't think I've got any of the, yeah, I have. So that creates a text box in there. The envelope will flip up. We've got a pocket there, and we've got the envelope pocket there. So it's almost like a bit of a hidden kind of envelope pocket. And then on this side here, we have got, this is going to be attached to our page, and we're going to attach it just with a line of glue across here and a line of glue across there, and that is going to be a full page belly band for the other side of the page. And as I said, that one was inspired by Cori from Creating with Scraps. And then we have this one here. Oh, so smudged that. So this one is our envelope, like Roxy did. We flip it up here and we've got that pocket and we've got a tag tucked in there. We've also attached this, let's see if I can get that off later. We've also attached this in a way that it can be a top text spot. So you can pop some bits and pieces in there. Pop anything you want in there, to be honest. Nice little text spot. And then when we flip this one over the page, we've got a scrapbook that's added to that as well. So two over the page pieces inspired by Roxy's weekly challenge for week 3 2023. Both of them envelopes, handmade envelopes out of A4 paper, and we've just added a little twist on them. We've created a belly band on the other side of one of them, full-size belly band, and we've done a scrapbook on the other side of the other one. But both of those will sit over your pages like so. There and there and there and there. So that is it for this week's challenge. I hope you enjoyed. I hope again you will have a go and make sure that you tag me or include me in anything that you do create, because I love to see your rehash of my rehash. But I'll leave it there and say to you, as always, stay safe and be well, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.